敵地で行われたブルージェイズとのワールドシリーズ第2戦に勝利したドジャース。第3戦から本拠地ドジャースタジアムでの試合となるため、ロサンゼルスに到着後、両軍の選手が会見に応じました。会見には大谷選手も登場し、憧れの選手について語る場面も。また、米番組 MLB トゥナイトでは大谷選手と山本選手を取り上げていました。ここからはその様子を字幕付きでご紹介します。
We've asked you a bunch of times during these playoffs about your plane rides and what the vibe is. So I'm just wondering if you could set the scene and tell us what it was like coming here.
Pretty normal. Card games, lost a little bit of money. But I think just kind of talking about, tomorrow night's game and what we got ahead of us. But it was, a long flight, but pretty normal. Guys are resilient. They move on to the next thing. I say it all the time.
And then bigger picture with your offense, you guys have been the best team in baseball in the postseason by a pretty big margin. Then Game 2, Yamamoto was so good. How do you view that? How do you view those two elements in relation to each other?
I think it's a really good game by a really good pitcher, and it's up to that point. I think we've been pretty consistent. I mean, these things are going to happen. It's two best teams left. You know what I mean? And he was on his game yesterday. So, as a whole, I love what we've been doing throughout the course of the postseason. Expect us to keep doing it. But again, man, it's a tough task every night against these starters. And you move on to another one tomorrow.
Skip, speaking of your opponent, a lot is made of what Shohei has done both on the mound and otherwise, but also on this team is Mookie Betts, who switched positions. I'm just wondering what your thoughts are on him as a baseball guy, looking at him playing on that infield and how well he's done so far in the series against you.
Yeah, I've always respected him, the way he plays the game, right? Going back to when he was with the Red Sox. Makes playing shortstop look easy for a guy that's a Gold Glover in right field. He's just consistent. I think understands the speed of the game, understands big stages of the game. I think any manager feels comfortable and confident, right in the lineup when you got a guy like that, in there every day. So, a couple plays that he's made, man, just going to his right against us in the first couple games. Pretty impressive what he does, and the fact that he's sitting at the top of the order. I think Mookie's a hell of a player.
Hey, Andres, you're obviously focused on Glass now tomorrow, as you mentioned, but you will be facing Ohtani in this series. As a pitcher, what specific challenges does he present?
A lot of challenge. I mean, he's throwing 100 now with a lead slider and really good split. So obviously, we're focused on prepare our body for tomorrow and face Glasnow. But let's see what I think is gonna be Tuesday. What Tuesday brings to the table, so we can focus on Ohtani.
So Blake Snell has the binder. Yoshi has the notebook. What do you have to prep?
I have like a little sheet. I don't go like super in depth, but there's a bunch of different stuff on it. I don't want to give away too much stuff, but it's not a binder, or it's just it's a sheet with like 7 to 8 points that I'd like to look at, like combined stats and stuff.
Hi, Tyler. Simply, what did you think of Yoshinobu's performance yesterday and the last two games? And what's the impressive thing about him?
What's not impressive, I guess. It's crazy what he's able to do. I just think his consistency is always what impresses me. I think his work throughout the week, and then his pace on the mound is always very similar. It just seems like there's not a lot of there's thinking about the game plan, but there's not a lot of external nonsense thinking. He just seems like a very focused person, and I just think the last two games have been incredible. And he's just gotten to a rhythm, and I think as the innings have gone on, he's gotten better and better. And just to see him catch that rhythm yesterday was amazing.
Dave mentioned before, at least his flight was delayed. Were you on the delayed flight? And if so, how annoying was that?
No, my flight was fine.
Okay.
Got in and it was good. Yeah.
Having watched Shohei around and what he does, do you think others could be two-way players? Do you think, looking back, if you had that inspiration, you could have hit too?
No. I hit when in Little League and it was good, and but I'm not. No, I don't think anyone can do what Shohei does. I think maybe there'll be like future opportunities for people to try it out more. There's still guys in college that go two-way. I just think to do it at this level is like, I think Shohei can do it.
Watching him up close, what allows him to do what others can't?
I mean, you've seen it too. There's nothing I'm seeing that you aren't seeing. It's just he is an amazing hitter and an amazing pitcher. It's like as simple as that and as complex as that. He's just, I think his preparation, I think his mindset is pretty incredible just to juggle all the stuff and like the amount of media he has to do every day and all the other like off-field stuff with pitching and hitting and still maintaining like being an awesome person is very impressive. So it's just, he's like kind of like a superhuman.
My connecting flight was delayed. Do you have a travel story for us as well?
I don't want to get too far into it. I just arrived about 30 minutes ago. So there were some delays. I don't know if there was intent or not, but it just, man, the international stuff was a bear. But we made it. We made it.
I skip back to the game two. We saw the Rocky was warming up in the ninth inning. And then Yoshinobu's pitch count already, over 100 pitches. So in what situation were you planning to use Rocky?
I think for me, I was watching the throws, making sure that Yoshi's delivery was still sound and consistent, which it was. So that's one part of it. And the quality of pitches, and then kind of seeing how the inning developed. So it was sort of a hitter-by-hitter situation, but I wanted him to finish that game.
With Roki, you've mostly used him at the end of games. Just given where the rest of the pen is at right now, like, could you see maybe being a little more aggressive using him earlier if, like, there's a situation that arises, or do you want to try to keep him preferably in, like, a ninth inning role?
Yeah, I would say probably, using him more towards the back. I'm not going to say I'm going to be beholden to that throughout the end of through the whole series, but I think kind of the way I look at it now, more towards the back end.
Just one situation that was curious. If you ever had where Shohei or Yamamoto or Snell, you're coming out and you feel that it's done, it's over for them, but they tell you, hell no, I'm going to stay here, I want to finish the game. Is there a situation that you will listen to your pitcher, or you tell him, sorry, buddy, I'm the manager, you're out?
It's kind of case by case. There's certain times where pitchers want to stay in there, and I trust them, and I believe them, and I think I'll go with it. And other times I know what I know, and it doesn't matter what they tell me. So for the most part, 90% of the time, 95% of the time, I've already made my decision. 99% of the time. But sometimes I'll relent, yeah.
吉野の登板に関してはもう本当に素晴らしかったと思いますし、これだけね素晴らしい打線を相手にあれだけのピッチングをしてくれたっていうのは本当に誇らしい、チームメイトとして誇らしいなと思ってますし、やっぱりね素晴らしい打線を相手に投げるときはやっぱり自分のパフォーマンスというものをしっかり出さないと抑えれないかなっていうのは大前提にあると思うので、相手の準備まずしながら自分のコンディションをまず一番最初に大事にしたいなと思ってます。
Really good lineup. Yoshinobu navigated that lineup really well. I mean, you have to really have good stuff to be able to put up good results. So, for myself, I'm just trying to put myself in the best position to be able to make sure that I can navigate and put up good results.
Shohei, why do you think the splitter has become so widespread during the postseason, and what makes it effective for you?
その球種だけが特に有効かと言われたらわからないですけど、他の球との兼ね合いがやっぱり一番大事じゃないかなと思うので、あとは投げるスポットもそうですし、その球だけが特に有効なわけではないのかなとは個人的には思ってます。
I personally don't think the splitter itself is something to be singled out. There's other pitches that are as equally important, and it's about location, execution. So I don't personally think it's the splitter is the highlight.
Shohei, at various times this postseason, Dave has been open about how he feels your at-bats might be able to improve. How much do you appreciate receiving that feedback?
自分のですか。状態的には少しずつ上がってきてるかなとは思うので、 どうですか、毎回毎回いい打席を目指してますけど、もちろん必ずしも、ね、相手も素晴らしい投手ばかりですし、そういうわけにはいかないとは思うので、事前の準備と、あとは打席に入る前の心構えと、大事にしながら一打席一打席大事にしたいなとは思ってます。
I do feel better at the plate recently, so in that sense, like it's been good overall, but as equally important is we have pretty good pitching, and we have to kind of respect that as well, and how I do everything in my power to make sure that I'm prepared as much as possible, and being at the plate with the right mentality, but got to give some credit to the other side as well.
Yeah, Shohei, I was wondering if you could hear the chants in Toronto the last couple nights saying "We don't need you," and if you did, like, what did you sort of think when you sort of heard that from the crowd in Toronto?
素晴らしかったと思いますね。僕の妻がすごく大好きなチャントなので、はい、いじられましたけど、個人的には良かったなと思ってます。
It was a really great chant, and my wife really appreciated it.
Shohei, just kind of quickly going back to offensively, we know you don't often come out on the field for batting practice, but is there something that you've been looking for just with your swings out on the field, and can you just talk through that?
一番は自分のスイングとその実際に飛んでる打球の質感というか、そこの打球の感覚によって自分が正しく構えているか正しく触れているかっていうところが一番中ではできないことかなとは思うので、あともろもろのところビジョンの見え方とかそういうところも含めて、確認はできればしたいなと思ってます。
Really the swing and how it feels like it's coming off the bat. Those are the two things that I can't really get a great feel for in the cage, and it's also just the visual and how that looks. So it's just really being able to adapt to all those three things.
Do you hope that your success as a two-way player is encouraging young kids to want to be like you and to not give up and to try to keep succeeding doing both?
そうです。もしそういうふうにやりたい選手がいるのであれば、諦める必要はないと思いますし、どこまでもできるとは思うので、本人の本当にやる気と努力次第でどこまでもいけるんじゃないかなと個人的には思って応援はしてます。
Yeah, I like to encourage kids who are trying the two-way to do it as long as possible, as long as they're allowed to, as much as their talent level could take them. But I do encourage that.
Shohei, what would you say to Otani as a kid?
今ですか？
はい。Right now, right? To the Shohei.
どうですかね。もうちょっと勉強しなさいって言えばいいんじゃないですかね。
I would say study a little more.
Konnichiwa, Otani-san. To follow up my friend's question, when you were growing up, who did you want it to be like? Who was the person that you wanted to grow up to be like? Who was your hero when you grew up?
野球選手でいいのかな
？Baseball player-wise or anybody?
どうですか、野球はずっと見てはきてたので、ただその頃はねどんな試合も見れるわけではなかったので、特にやっぱり日本人のプレーしている試合が多かったですし、そういう意味では松井さん、イチローさんはよく見てたので、憧れみたいなものはやっぱ持ってたかなとは思いますね。はい、
I did look up to Hideki Matsui and Ichiro Suzuki. Just growing up, it's not like I could watch a lot of the games on TV, and so it was really those two players.
シーズン終盤になってストレスがかかったり重圧がかかるような試合がある中で家族も増えて自宅帰った時の楽しみであったり愛犬とかの楽しみ、どういうことでリラックスされてますか、今年は？
全体的にさっき言った通りリラックスして家に帰ったらリラックスしてますし、はい、家庭内ではねトロントで言われたようなちゃんとは言われないように努めたいなと思ってます。
Well, we're here, but over there, MasterCard Ballpark Cam is fired up at Dodgers Stadium, where teams, media, and fans fly to LA after the Dodgers tied it up Saturday night behind a complete game from Yoshinobu Yamamoto. His second complete game in as many starts in a best-of-7 postseason series, tied 1-1. Hey, get this. Teams to win Game 3 have gone on to win this series 69% of the time. Lauren Shahadi, you have had a front row seat to all of this. Hello. You and I were just in LA last week, so I feel like you're a local now. How was the trip in?
It was perfect, a little connection through D.C., Abby, and away we go. We're ready for Game 3. But you and I were here when Shohei, we call it the Shohei game, right? Yep. We had a front row seat to watch the 10 strikeouts and the 3 home runs. And I remember I was sitting right beside the Dodger dugout. And what shook me was all the super duper stars, and Rec, you can attest to this, when they are so surprised by what they're seeing. We were watching Freddie Freeman. Remember, his hands were on his head, his mouth was agape. Mookie Betts, same thing at that epic performance en route to the NLCS MVP. And we remember all the struggles leading up to it. Remember Dave Roberts talking about it. He said he was just flying too open in the box, almost losing the plate. Well, he found the plate enough to strike out 10 and hit 3 home runs. And I was in Toronto, Abby and Rec, when the Blue Jays fans were chanting, "We don't need you." It was kind of funny, kind of clever chant, right? Alluding to Shohei picking them, the Dodgers, over the Blue Jays. He was just smiling through it, and Dave Roberts was kind of funny. He said he is so unfazed by this. He is able to compartmentalize better than any other guy in this sport. And Rob Manfred, I thought it was really cool. Our commissioner was on set the other day with the guys of MLB Tonight, and he said, this is really a World Series, and this game is global like we've never seen before. Think about it, Abby and Rec. We were in Canada with players on the field from anywhere from Japan to the Dominican, so the Shohei Ohtani effect and the impact has gone global, and we're seeing it on the biggest stage in the World Series here.
I'll tell you what, Lauren, I'm glad you got to see all of that, because I was actually running, like trying to get down to the field during the 3rd homer that Shohei hit, so I missed that. I was watching it on the screens, but I could hear in field Dodger Stadium erupt. Hey, Jerry Hairston Jr., hey, he played for the Dodgers and I'm sure enjoyed that performance. He now covers the team for Sportsnet LA. Jerry, thank you so much for joining us.
Abby, thanks for having me.
Hey, look, Yamamoto is 5-1 with a 1.62 ERA in his last 7 postseason starts. He is the first pitcher with consecutive complete games in the postseason since Curt Schilling did it in 2001. So what were your main takeaways from Yamamoto's Game 2 performance?
Well, I think it's one of the best performances I've ever seen, especially in the postseason. You got to remember, you're running into a very hot and historic hot offense in the Toronto Blue Jays. Obviously, we saw what he did to Blake Snell in Game 1, and he goes out there and continues to put up zeros. Yes, he did allow that 1 run, but to have that offense stymied, whether it's that fastball up in the zone, that breaking ball, and that devastating split, and really after that 4th or 5th inning, start to really find another gear, really pitching on cruise control. Really, to me, kind of reminds me of old school Greg Maddux. I know they do have a little bit different styles, but his athleticism, the way he mastered all his pitches, it was a sight to behold.
Yeah, and a little bit of deja vu, right? This just happened. Dave Roberts again will head into a Game 3 with a rested bullpen. So how will the Dodgers skipper use his bullpen as the series shifts to LA?
Well, I think everybody's available. You know, hopefully Tyler Glasnow gives us length, gives us at least 6 innings, possibly 7, depending on how he throws the ball. But everybody's going to be available, and hopefully the Dodgers have a lead up until that point and then really can utilize their closer, Roki Sasaki. Sasaki has been outstanding. He's going to be very well rested, and maybe if need be, can give us a 4 or 5 out save if the situation calls for it. But make no mistake about it, they still have veteran guys in that bullpen led by Blake Snell, but everybody's available. Hopefully the Dodgers have a lead and can go to their guys they want to go to late in the game.
Well, we've been talking a lot about the pitching for the Dodgers, but what a story Mookie Betts has been, and he's played yet another solid defensive shortstop on Saturday. Hey, what has impressed you the most about Mookie's play at short this postseason?
How consistent he's been. We know the great plays he has made, but he's making the routine plays, making tough plays look rather easy. Last night, I mean, he made some incredible plays to his right, to his left. The athleticism, we all know that the athleticism was always there. But now he's a great shortstop who's a great athlete. Last year, he was a great athlete playing shortstop. So what he has done is really unprecedented. Look at this. the defensive run saves, he's at the top of the list. Think about this for a second. We're asking Roberto Clemente. That's what Mookie Betts was as a right fielder. Roberto Clemente, in about a year's time, has suddenly become Jimmy Rollins at shortstop. Truly remarkable.
Incredible. We could probably dedicate an entire show to talking about Mookie Betts and just what he's done.
World Series fever has swept across LA. We are here on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and we're looking for some Jays fans who've come down to support our boys in blue, because I can tell you, the Dodgers fans are out in full force.
I mean, the Dodgers, obviously.
What do you think of my hat?
I mean, I love it. I've been to Toronto, so I've been to Rogers Center, so I love the Blue Jays.
What's your message to Toronto and all of Canada, as a matter of fact?
I mean, good luck. I mean, I'm hoping the Dodgers win, but you know, it's just I hope it's good baseball. That's it.
Do you have a message? Do you have any trash talk to us Toronto fans?
And see, I know this is no fun. No, just yeah.
Everyone is so nice.
Yeah, it goes both ways. I've been watching a lot of the coverage from up there and just the fans in Thailand, Ohtani fan clubs, and cheering for Freeman when he comes up.
Any Blue Jays baseball fans? Swing and a miss. Okay. No love for the Toronto Blue Jays? Oh no. We got nothing. Just Dodgers fans? Oh, we've got Blue Jays fans. Yes! Oh my gosh, we're with City News. Folks, we finally found you. Do you know how long we've been looking for Jays fans? Can I get a big, loud, go Jays go? Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Go Jays, go!
I love it. Where are you guys from?
Calgary.
Games?
We're going to game 3 on Monday, so yeah.
How did you score tickets? Were they pretty expensive?
Yeah, they were not affordable. No.
So remember this as we head into the week. LA may have better weather, but we have snow, and that gives us character. And they might have Kendrick Lamar, but we have Drake, and he was on Degrassi. And while their baseball team is named after people dodging streetcars, our baseball team is named after a majestic bird. From Los Angeles, Michelle Mackey, City News.
いかがでしたでしょうか。このチャンネルでは日本人メジャーリーガーなどを中心に野球情報をお届けしています。この動画が良かったら高評価、チャンネル登録をよろしくお願いいたします。今回も最後までご覧いただきありがとうございました。それではまた次の動画でお会いしましょう。